Indepth Radio. Distance and Darkside present Indepth Radio.
So, episode 6. Welcome, everybody.
Hang on, I'm just going to get off the floor. Oh, that's it. It's just a little bit of pre-in-depth radio meditation.
So, have you been roasting any coffee beans recently?
I haven't actually. No, I'm buying them pre-roasted now.
Oh, you're slacking. You'll be on the instant
well,
maker machine next.
I know.
Like me.
I'll be hated on social media. Right, kicking things off. Big show ahead. This one by Day 2, track entitled Koshi. Hold tight the gang.
This is going to be jam-packed. And you want to check the track list of this as well on our Instagram.
Really excited for this one, this show. Loads of dubs. Right, so coming up we've got Samba on the telephone.
Looking forward to that. I haven't seen many interviews of Samba, so I'm looking forward to... You've done well to get him on the phone.
You know.
Did you offer him one of them free t-shirts?
I did. I didn't actually. Shh.
You'd have to send him one now.
I know. I'll hook you up, don't worry.
So if you just joined us, thanks a lot. This is Series 2, Episode 6 of Indepth Radio. These shows are stacking up, aren't they?
I know, it's crazy. And more and more people are locking in. So yeah, big up to you. More and more people sending us tracks, which is what we always need.
We have to start increasing the times now, rather than an hour.
No.
2-hour shows, eh? I don't think I could do 2-hour shows anymore.
No.
I'd have to sit down.
Me neither. Sit down. Your hand would be sore from being... You'd have a blue hand that's been stuck in your pocket.
In that pocket. Okay, so on deck 2, we've got something else brand new. We've got loads of new music, haven't we?
Yeah, so this has just landed on Encrypted by my good friend Mesk. And this one is entitled Locust March. And check out the artwork as well. He's also a talented guy with a paintbrush. So yeah, artwork is sick as well. Out to Tony Content.
We got man like content.
Out to the Deaf Blind. Yes. Rather good, isn't it?
Yes, this one packs a nice little punch, doesn't it? So does that last one, that D2, Koshi. Like
Yeah,
that
man.
as well.
They're doing some good stuff. It's a duo. Yeah. Played with one of the guys in Denver.
There's one called D and one called 2.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. So, up next, what we got?
So this is by a guy who I believe, I've not heard of this guy before. Goes by the name of Chebwa, Chebwa. This one is entitled Shifter.
Let's check this one out. So remember, get in touch with us. Easiest way is SoundCloud comments. We vet those all the time, and also our email, which is indepthradiouk@gmail.com.
True.
And Instagram.
And
we
Instagram.
like Instagram, don't
yeah,
we?
we do like Instagram.
Or one episode, we'll have to do a competition of coffee making or something.
Yeah, I think we should, or curry tasting, something like that.
Ooh. So it's safe to say, if you haven't got a subwoofer, you probably won't hear this correctly, eh?
Nah, you need one.
Whew. We got tuber on this. This one is dark.
Out to the Chebwa.
Yeah, I really like this one. Right, so it's that banger in the bag time.
Ooh, indeed, sir.
Yeah, this is NType, and my banger in the bag is Mr. K, Glue.
Always guaranteed NType's going to give you a real banger in the bag, eh?
He's got plenty of bangers, that boy.
Large it up Mr. K on this, titled Glue. Big John. So if you haven't checked before, head over to our Instagram for the full track list. Every single track list is up there now, and we now post them the day after the show goes live.
I like it.
We really have got our shit in order now.
It's true. Yeah. We've worked this out. Not even been going a year yet.
No.
Have to do a 1 year
Special?
Yes.
Maybe do a live stream. You know what I'm like for a live stream.
You love a live stream.
Tell you what, I don't miss doing them every single Tuesday for 10 years though.
Dealing with all the prima donnas.
Oh,
the divas of dubstep.
Don't have the camera at that angle. Can you put it at that angle?
Bruv, my ankle looks fat.
Yeah, but now everyone loves the live stream now, don't they? Everyone's realised.
That's it.
This is grouchy.
Mm. The next one is pretty filthy as well.
Should we get into it? We do like filth on this show though, don't we? So let's draw this one down then and step into this.
So I got sent this today. Actually no, I got sent this really late last night, but it was too late. I was in bed. Out to NType for hooking me up with this one. This one, Unicorn Fucker and Use of Force. The Farewell Address is the title, but this is the LX1 remix.
Oh.
He's gone all Slipknot on it. Out to the LX1, out to Unicorn Fucker. It's been ages since I've seen this guy. He does a big night in New Orleans.
I was about to say I haven't heard from LX1 in a while, and he comes with this. So that's where he's been then.
That's what I mean, mate. Under his bed, making filth.
Oh. Serious heavyweight this. Big up Unicorn Fucker and Use of Force. Okay, shall we do the fadey on this one?
Yes.
You haven't had a go on these little filters for a while. Do you wanna press?
I'll have a little. Whoa! Someone stop me. Right then. So this next one's a little bit naughty. This has been floating around for a little while. Still no news of a release, but this is Vivek's track Killer, which was a big tune anyway, but this is the Jay Kenzo remix.
And if you head over to Jay Kenzo's Instagram, you'll see that he recently visited Bruce Lee's gravesite, which is, if you're a martial arts fan like me, is pretty fucking cool.
Quite a big deal, was it?
Yeah.
Where was it?
I've got no idea.
I reckon he was really there.
I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Right.
Type Mr. Kenzo.
Buckle up for this one.
Who's ready?
This is a soundboy killer.
Talk about a rammed show.
This one's going to set the levels, I think. Seriously. Just as we're doing the track list as we go, we're thinking this is a monster episode.
Dubs on dubs.
So if you agree, give us some feedback. Let us know in the comments. Mixcloud, SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Everything.
Email. Bloody hell. We're the easiest people to contact. And it's so easy for you to send us your music as well.
It is indeed.
So we had a banger in the bag earlier from NType. And now we've got a track up next by NType and Chromestar. Something brand new.
Something received this late last night as well. So larging up Mr. Tizzle for hooking us up.
You two was up having a late night chat, was you?
Yeah, we often do. He often reads me poetry over the phone. We have a video chat whilst we're both in the bath. Show and tell. We don't do that, by the way. We don't do
without
that.
bubbles? King Chromestar, NType. Let's see what they're saying on this one, shall we? Bit of a serious combo there, isn't it?
Yeah, man. There's not a lot I can say, really. This is just a big tune.
I know them two have been in the studio quite a lot recently, and obviously this is the sort of stuff they're cooking up. Oh, yeah. Gosh.
Indeed. I need to get in the studio with both these guys, actually. I need to get in the studio full stop. It's been a while.
Well, it's probably quite difficult when you're touring America and releasing t-shirts like that, you know?
Yeah, true.
On this episode of Indepth Radio, I'm very lucky to be speaking to DJ and producer Samba. What's happening, mate?
Yeah, you're right, bro. Not much, really. Just got in from work.
Cool. So, I've just found out you've also moved to Berlin. So, how's that all going? Are you and Bukez having lovely dinners together every night?
Pretty painless, and it's nice to be out of London. A couple of dinners. Yeah.
Cool. So, I think the first time I met you was at, I think it was a Lightbox in London. I can't remember what the event was, but it might have been about 4 or 5 years ago now. So, for some people who don't really know how you got into this scene and producing and that. What was like your journey?
Yeah, man, I think it was. I remember it quite clearly, actually, chatting to you in the smoking area. I think that was the night that Tony won't let me forget, because my little brother spent hours in one of the cubicles, like literally hours, and we were looking all over the club for him. Yeah, I got into it a few years ago now. I did a free download with 140 Ninja, and then Tony hit me up for the first Encrypted, and then yeah, from there it was kind of like Crucial, worked with Viv, and now just kind of dotting between labels, really. People just pretty much trying to put music out where people want it, really. I did this Deep, Dark and Dangerous recently with Dre and Tristan, because they just, yeah, they hit me up. I put those tunes, I sent them like a folder of tunes, and then they chose those 4 together, and I kind of had them in mind as a release, as in like those 4 tracks together, so it kind of fell into place, and yeah, now we're here.
Yeah, I was really feeling the Deep, Dark and Dangerous release. I've been supporting that King's track for quite a while now. I mean, it's been quite interesting hearing your sound kind of develop. I mean, it's a bit of a hard question to ask, but is there a track that you've made where you've kind of thought, yeah, like this is it, like this is my sound? Because I know there's kind of, you know, I see it as my first few years of producing. I was kind of just making stuff to just learn it, if you know what I'm saying. And I got to a point where I remember making a few tunes, maybe a few years down the line, just being like, this is it. Like, I'm finally making the stuff I think is what I should be making. Does that make sense?
I don't know, really. I started with kind of like a darker sound, I guess. And now I'm still writing a lot of stuff like that. I've seen so many like random Reddit comments and stuff saying like, oh, I don't like the new stuff I'm making, but I'm still making that old stuff. I've got a release coming out this year, which is probably going to be like my darkest one yet. Quite easily, actually. It's pretty weird. It was a fun one to make, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of enjoying working with melodies at the moment. I've got like another alias which I started up, which is kind of like I haven't really done anything with it yet, but that's kind of all still 140, but a different structure and all of that. I don't know, I just enjoy writing tracks, whether they're light or dark, kind of depends on the mood I'm in when I sit down. So I would say that I still don't know exactly what my sound is, because I don't really want to stick to one sound in particular. Like, as soon as you put a limitation on it, then you're always trying to just fit the mold of what you've limited yourself to. So I write like so many different tracks of all different genres and stuff in my spare time, and I guess like it must be about 1 or 2% of things actually end up ever getting heard by anyone else. I want to get into doing more stuff with live instruments and live vocalists, and I guess that's where this label's going to end up. We've kind of got this melodic first release, which is still pretty 140. I mean, Ace Cloud's a pretty typical like purple sounding 140 track, and then kind of like a lo-fi hip-hop one with Argo on the flip. But yeah, we got the second release isn't from me, it's from one of my good friends. It's a track that's kind of melodic, and then the flip is just wicked. I don't think I found like my kind of sound, or there isn't a track that kind of defines it, because I'm still just making random stuff, and the stuff that comes out is kind of like pieced together versions of what I want to put out as like a release. I kind of cater my releases to sounding like what I was feeling for like a couple of weeks. Usually those tracks that sound the same are all written in a really short amount of time, so.
Okay, well that kind of leads me nicely into the next question. You're starting a label which is called 26 Rain. We actually played one of the tracks from that. I think it was a couple of shows ago actually. But yeah, I'm really feeling it. Kind of what's your plan behind that, the idea behind the label, and what do you see happening with it in the future?
The label's quite a simple idea, really. We just basically want to start putting out the tracks that we like the sound of. It's as simple as that, really. We're not going to limit it to like a genre or a vibe or anything, just pretty much just releasing the music that we would like to listen to ourselves.
So you said we, I mean, is it your label, or is it a label is it like a collective project?
The we is me and Victoria. My girlfriend I've been with for 5 years now. ever since I've been releasing music, I've kind of bounced off all of my ideas off of her, and she's always just had an ear for other people's tracks, and she always just sends me so much new music. And yeah, so we're kind of equally responsible for the label. She helps with everything really. She does visual creativity as a like day-to-day job. So yeah, she chose the tracks out of a folder of my own. She's done a lot of the visual stuff, and yeah, the second release as well that she had input in. Yeah, as much as I have really. So yeah, it's the two of us doing it.
That's wicked, man. Nice. It's good you can both work together. You know, within the passion for music, because my wife has no interest at all.
Yeah, it's yeah, I'm lucky with it really. I mean, we tried a few projects before, and our workflows just didn't align as well as they have like with this label really, because she's meticulous with everything and a perfectionist really, and I'm kind of all over the place all of the time. But yeah.
So what is your setup currently at the moment in the studio?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, because of the move, I've kind of just got my headphones and a Machine Jam, and then I'm using Machine, Logic and Ableton kind of in a weird workflow. I sketch out loads of ideas in Machine, and hardly any of them ever come to anything, but I just kind of experiment. I use it as a place to just jot down ideas really, and then once I get into an idea, I'll get like a load of 16 bar variations of the same sounds and see which ones I like, and then I'll export all of that as audio into Logic or Ableton, depending on which direction I want to take the track in really. Back in the UK, I've got a set of Adams and just a MIDI keyboard.
So what else have you got coming up? Obviously, you've just had the release on Deep, Dark and Dangerous, and you've got this first release coming on your label, which is, you know, one track is yours, and the flip side is a collab with Argo. Do you have any other releases planned?
Yeah, working on a lot of stuff this year, really. Got the 26 Rain release, one for a label that I haven't worked with before. Sent the pre-masters off for that a couple of weeks ago, and then got the Ghastly remix EP. I'm working on like a double vinyl album with Tony for the Triangle Projects. The Chunk Mob release is going to come out at some point, because it's got to. It's just hard getting all five of us working on the same thing. We've got a couple of tracks which all five of us have finished. Just need to kind of like put the label together now. That's going to be another thing we're going to start up, and then yeah, an EP with Logan, remix for Unit, and then yeah, a few other bits which I'm sort of talking to people about, but just kind of putting in the time to get these things sorted out really.
So why 26 Rain? Where did the name come from?
I like being indoors when it's raining outside. I think that's when I'm happiest. People that know me well know I like being at home. And when it's raining, it gives me an excuse. So, and then the 26th part is yeah, I won't go into it, but it's an important date for me, the 26th. So it was kind of just a pairing of two things which have some meaning to me.
Just to round things off then, you know, just wondering how you're feeling about, you know, the scene at the moment. Are you feeling positive about it? Where's your head at?
Yeah, the scene is in a good place at the moment, I think. I think the amount of people, you know, putting work into it in terms of like so many producers putting new tracks out, so many releases, new labels, new promoters, collectives, that kind of thing is, yeah, it's an indication of a really healthy scene. I also think alongside all of the positivity, you know, that's going on, I think that there is sort of like a kind of almost, there's a large portion of newer producers that are trying to sound like other people. They've heard kind of either this new wave of stuff and they think, you know, I want to sound like that, and I want to make beats that sound like that, and there's no issue with that. I mean, that's how you get growth within a scene, and how you develop a sound and a community around individual like different sounds and stuff, and there's no issue with that. But I think there is a lot of that going on, as opposed to people thinking like, oh, that's happened now, what's next? And what's next? And I think there's definitely a handful of people, well, more than like a significant amount of people that are pushing new things. But I also think there's alongside that, there is also a lot of people that are still, you know, trying to make things that have already happened again. And I think, I mean, there's no issue with that at all. I know I've said that, but there isn't. Like, people can make what they love, and if they love the way something sounds, then who am I? Well, who's anyone to say you shouldn't make something that sounds like this? But I feel like at the moment there is a significant amount of people that are trying to, you know, copy the Komodos and that kind of thing. And yeah, I think the sound is an interesting in an interesting place at the moment, because yeah, I think there is a lot of both of these things going on, of people innovating, but also people that still kind of have this, you know, 2 steps back approach. They sort of hear a track that they try and copy, and as opposed to take their own fresh spin on things. So yeah, I mean, we're all guilty of it. I know that I've heard tracks and I've thought, oh, I want to make something that sounds like that, and then you try it, and then I don't know, I just feel like it ends up being nowhere near as good as what you're trying to do. So I think I'm at a point personally now where I don't really mind what people have to say about the music that I'm making, because I'm just enjoying the sort of stuff that I'm making. So yeah, that was what I kind of really meant to say on the first time. So it kind of ended up being a slag against old school throwbacks, but it wasn't supposed to be. So
well, look, mate, it's been great to chat to you, and all the best for the new journey in Berlin, and I look forward to hearing all the forthcoming projects. Nice one, mate.
it's nice talking to you, and I'll see you soon.
Yes, big thanks to Samba for speaking to us.
Good to have you with us, mate. We've had some great interviews so far, haven't we?
Yeah,
Good little bit of
too bad.
intel.
And there's still plenty more to come.
We're coming for you, you shy ones.
Gotta persuade Sleeper. Sleeper won't do it.
Sleeper, we will get you this year.
We will. I'll have to persuade you somehow. Probably with marijuana.
So this one then out on Deep, Dark and Dangerous.
It is indeed entitled Explain.
Larging up Samba on this. Larging up Samba on the phone.
Yeah. Right.
Something else brand new lined up there, is it?
Yeah. I've not really come across this guy. It goes by the name of Shu. The track is entitled Zero Sum, but he's part of the there's a collective that's called Rarefield. I hope I've got that right. and it's like a collective of producers, I believe, and a label. So keep your ears and eyes peeled.
Yes.
Non-zero sum game.
What's this term for that thing, like a technical term, where we make a deal and we both get something? Like we win. More sciencey than that. Kind of science call your father.
This one's nice.
Yeah, man, feeling it, feeling it. Out to the shoe.
Non-zero sum game.
So up next we've got something from Sook Knight.
And Big Ed. I don't know if that's because his name is Ed or because he's got a big head.
We'll have to find out.
True. This one entitled Sparked. I've got this today, so exclusive.
Fresh. Thank you, Sook Knight, for the load up on this.
Always nice to receive something fresh in the inbox.
Okay, so up next, something played a few bits, or maybe one bit by.
Yeah, I think we've played maybe one or two. A new little duo. I don't think it's a secret now who they are. It might have been when we first played something, but yes, the Two Rangers. If you didn't know, it's a project between Bukes Finest and Night Drips, my two favourite Germans.
We're actually going to Germany next Friday. Going to Hamburg.
Oh yeah.
Check it out.
To transport our bodies through outer space. Through outer space. Would it be possible to walk through walls? To build starships that can travel faster than the speed of light? To read other people's minds? To become invisible? To transport our bodies through outer space?
Thing is, when something comes in the inbox from Two Rangers, you know it's going to be decent, don't you?
Definitely. Big things happening and going to happen with these two. For sure.
Big up, guys. Thanks for sending. Right, something next from Dub Block. And this one's Cult Cuts.
The Phantom.
Check this out.
There was a big unreleased tune by Search and Destroy called The Phantom. Out to the Search and Destroy for listening. Maybe dig out some. Maybe we should do like a dub plate show of old tunes, so not like old classics, but old unreleased dubs, something like that. And that might be good, mightn't it?
That would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe do it as a one-off special in the mix. That could be good, actually.
Just dub.
Just unreleased old dubstep. All right.
Done. Hold tight, the cold cuts once again forthcoming on Dut Block. Dut Block number 26.
Titled The Phantom.
Big check. Right then.
This one's familiar.
Well, basically, I have uploaded my back catalogue of chestplate releases, as in my releases on chestplate, on my Bandcamp.
Yep.
So I kind of thought, why haven't I done it already? So that's what I've done. So I thought I'll dig this one out, drop this one, just so I can basically tell you can now buy.
So everything Distance on chestplate is now available on your Bandcamp.
It is.
Nice.
djdistance.bandcamp.com. And this one's entitled A Result of Sound.
Big tune. And if you haven't got the digital of Beyond, one of my favourites, go and buy that. Another big tune. Result of Sound.
Solely and completely to sound.
So, I reckon if I went through your Bandcamp, there'd be stuff that you'd never sent before.
Nah, mate, you always got everything.
So, you know what time it is now?
I do. It's the secret track.
Oh, yes, guess that track. So, I I'm quite interested to see if other people would have got previous ones, because some have been really tough, some have been really easy. So this one, it's 0-0 by the way. Neither of us have guessed it right, but I think you're going to score a point on this one because I think I might have made it a bit easy. But then again, I could be setting you up for
well, now
a
I
big
feel
fall,
like a
if you don't get it.
a total mug if I don't.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of making it sound like it's easy.
But you'll definitely know the track, and it'll be so easy to give it a title. Maybe you get caught out on the producers, highly unlikely. But I just thought it'd be good to play it, and I'm quite interested to see if anyone else would have got it. Because
well, let's see if anyone would own up to not guessing it.
Yeah. Like that one you played last week, Joker, that's a bad tune.
Yeah.
And
it's on the tip of your tongue though, isn't it? You just can't quite remember.
And I was embarrassed to say I failed. So, you ready for this?
As I'll ever be.
So we rename these tracks on our playlist, if you like. So it actually says secret track, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So there's no hideaways. Right.
Swing my brain, no cocaine. I don't wanna go insane. Swing my brain, no cocaine. I don't wanna go insane. Swing my brain, no cocaine.
Was it called Cocaine?
No. But
damn it.
This next bit might give away the track name. That's all I'm going to say.
Sensi dub.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I told you that'd be easy.
Man. But I'm literally just going to be pulling names out of a hat to try and guess who made this. It wasn't Clue Kid. Was it? Was it? Yay!
But not only Clue Kid.
And Cotty.
Shit.
Yeah.
Told ya.
Well, I will take it as a win, but you did help me massively then. But I think the Sensi dub would have done it.
You would? Did I give that away?
You did give it away, but I can see it. I can see Sensi dub, and I can see Clue Kid and Cotty written down on a CD. That's how it used to be. Or it might have been a dub plate back then.
Yeah, I think it would have been. When was the last time you heard this one?
Oh mate, that's what I mean. It's one of them ones I totally forgot about it, you know. But as soon as I heard that vocal and intro, you're like, so you got me. Right, I'm gonna try and be fair to you the next time.
Yeah, all right. So 1-0 to Gregory.
I'll take that.
Although we've still got, when you think about it, we've probably got another 10 episodes easy before the end of this year. Probably more. End of this year, what am I talking about? It's like...
Yeah,
it's like but you know, before the end of this series, probably probably another 15 episodes.
Well,
so
20 should be 20, roughly 25 a year, shouldn't it? Roughly.
We've done 6, like so yeah. All right, there's plenty more episodes left for me to redeem myself.
Yeah,
to get it one.
You can have a chance for sure.
So in that case, we'll leave you with this: Sensi Dub, Cotty, and Clue Kid. 1-0 to Distance.
And we'll catch you next time.
So
don't forget to send us some music.
We're going to need some bombs after this show. This has been a massive one.
It's true. It's going to be, It's going to be hard. We're just making it harder and harder for ourselves, aren't we?
So remember to subscribe if you haven't. Give us a repost if you haven't. We really appreciate it. And that is episode 6. We'll be back with episode 7 in 2 weeks' time. Laters.
Peace.